With the main Fatal Fury series done, it is time to talk about another series of games. In 1999, a Japanese gaming magazine called Arcadia released an issue in which they were comparing King of Fighters 98 and Street Fighter Alpha 3. The issue's cover said KOF versus SF. Readers of the magazine misread the cover and thought that the magazine was announcing a game that combined characters from both Street Fighter and the King of Fighters. This led to a lot of discussions about the possibility of this crossover. Capcom and SNK saw how popular the idea was and set a contract in which both of them will create two fighting games with the characters combined. After years of being rivals, they will finally work together. The first company to release a game in this crossover was SNK. In October of 1999, SNK released SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighters Clash for the Neo Geo Pocket Color. The Neo Geo Pocket Color was a portable console developed by SNK. Unlike the other games that I'm going to talk about, this game is not a fighting game. This is a digital card game. Like Nintendo with the Pokemon series, SNK released two different versions of this game. The SNK version and the Capcom version. In the game, players collect and use cards that are based on characters from both companies. Like Pokemon, each version has exclusive cards. To complete their collection, players have to trade with other players that have the opposite version of the game. The games received a sequel called SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighters 2 Expanded Edition in the year 2001. It added new cards from both companies. But unlike the original two versions, this one only had one version. Both players can choose in the beginning of the game if they want to start with an SNK or Capcom deck. This was the last game released in the Neo Geo Pocket Color. A third game was released in 2006. It was called SNK vs. Capcom Card Fighters DS. Unlike the other two games, this one was released on the Nintendo DS. Because the games were not fighting games, SNK has not fulfilled the contract yet, so they had to release two other games that combine the characters from both companies. In December of 1999, SNK released SNK vs. Capcom The Match of the Millennium for the Neo Geo Pocket. There are 26 characters in this game, 13 from each company. There are 3 ways to play the game. You can have 1v1 battles, 2 fighter tag team battles like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, or 3 fighter team battles like the King of Fighters series. After a mode is chosen, players choose between 3 different styles. The first style is average mode, in which the super meter charges every time that you hit your opponent, you get hit, or if you use a special move. The meter can charge up to 2 levels. The second style is counter style. The super meter charges by getting hit or blocking a hit, or by manually charging it. When the meter is full, the player can enter maximum mode, which lets the player do more damage and access their super move. Once a player enters maximum mode, the meter will slowly drain. If the player has 25% health or less, the player can do unlimited super moves. If it is done during the maximum mode, they get access to level 2 supers. In this style, players also get access to sidesteps and random critical hits. The third style is rush style. In this style, the meter charges the same way as average style. When the meter fills up, a power stock is earned. Up to 3 power stocks can be earned. Only level 1 supers can be used for each power stock. Rush style also lets players run instead of dashing and do chain combos.
vs. Capcom.
The last SNK game of this series was SNK vs. Capcom SVC Chaos. It was released in July of 2003, 4 years after the Match of the Millennium. The game includes a total of 36 characters, with 18 characters from each company, but only 24 are playable normally. The other 12 are bosses. The 12 bosses can be playable with cheat codes, but in the most recent port of the game, all 36 characters are playable. The gameplay is similar to the King of Fighters series. It has the same controls and the maximum modes too, but unlike the King of Fighters series, the game is a traditional 1v1 fighter. Another difference is that each character has 2 health bars instead of 1. When a character's first health bar is depleted, that character can use an exceed attack. Exceed attacks are a mechanic introduced in this game. They are like a super move, but they don't require a super bar to do them, but they can only be used once per match. So if you used it during the first round, you won't be able to use it during the later rounds. The maximum mode also works differently too. You can enter max mode by filling the 3 power gauges. Once the third one is full, you will enter maximum mode and it will start to deplete. If an action that uses 1 power gauge is used, maximum mode will deplete completely. But instead of going to 0, it will go to 2, so it is possible to go back to maximum mode quickly. 2 other mechanics introduced in this game are guard cancel attacks and guard cancel front step. The guard cancel attack is done by pressing heavy punch and kick while blocking an attack. If it is used, a power gauge is used and it will push the opponent across the screen with a preset attack, but it won't do any damage. The guard cancel front step is done by either dashing forward or pressing light kick and heavy punch while blocking. It lets you quickly exit the guarding state to counter attack, but it also costs part of the power gauge. The light kick and heavy punch version is more expensive because it's easier to do. Compared to the next games that I'm going to talk about, this game got mixed reviews. Supposedly the game's development was rushed. The game was seen as outdated by the players, since it originally came out on the Neo Geo systems, which were 13 years old by that point, and that all of the characters felt unbalanced. After SNK released the first 2 games, it was Capcom's turn to release their games.
Capcom versus SNK Millennium Fight 2000.
The first one was Capcom vs SNK Millennium Fight 2000, which was released in August of the year 2000. The game came out with 34 characters, with 17 from each company. An updated version called Capcom vs SNK Pro came out later that year. It introduced 2 more characters, 1 from each company. This increased the total number of characters to 36. The new version also added new moves and modes of play. This game introduced the ratio system. Each character is worth between 1 to 4 ratio points. When choosing characters, players have a limit of 4 points they can use. Players can use any combination of characters to create a team, as long as their combined points is 4 or less. Another feature introduced in this game is the group system. Players can choose between the SNK group and the Capcom group. Basically, it lets players play as if they were playing Street Fighter or King of Fighters.
Capcom. This is the tournament for the new millennium. You'll experience the most exciting battle in history. Let's get ready to battle. Feel the intensity when power and technique collide. Crush the competition. A battle beyond your imagination. Let the martial arts madness begin. 2001 is the year we make contact. to the revolution. Capcom vs. SNK 2. Mark of the Millennium 2001.
In August of 2001, Capcom released Capcom vs. SNK 2 Mark of the Millennium 2001. It is a sequel to the previous game. There are a total of 48 playable characters in this game. All of the characters from the previous game return, so 12 of them are new to the series. Unlike the previous games, this game has the classic Capcom button layout. It has 6 buttons, which are quick punch and quick kick buttons of different strengths. The radio system was changed in this game. Players can choose between 1 to 3 characters for their team. There are still 4 radio points that can be used, but players have to decide how to distribute it among their chosen characters. For example, if only 1 character gets chosen for a team, it will have 4 radio points, so its offense and defense will be stronger than a character with less radio points. If 3 characters are chosen, the player has to choose 1 character to have 2 points and 2 characters to have 1 point each. This will make the 1 character stronger than the other 2 characters. The group system comes back from the previous game and also gets expanded. Players can choose between 6 different groups, with 3 based on Capcom games and 3 others based on SNK games. Let's start with the Capcom ones first. These ones are C, A, and P groups. C group lets players play like they are playing Street Fighter Alpha 3, A-isms. Characters have 3 super bars that fill up by doing or taking damage. Players can do from level 1 to level 3 supers depending on how many bars they have. Level 2 supers can be cancelled into level 1 supers too. This group also lets the player block in the air. A group lets players play like Street Fighter Alpha 3's B-ism. Characters get 2 super bars, but they can only use level 1 supers. If a player has 2 bars, they can use them to use the custom combo system. Basically, it lets players cancel any move into another move until the 2 bars run out. P group lets players play like Street Fighter 3. There is only 1 bar in this one, and players can only do level 3 supers, but the super bar fills up slower than the other 2. Another mechanic from this group is parrying. Just like Street Fighter 3, you can press forward at the right time to parry an attack and negate any damage that you have taken. Now let's move on to the SNK groups. The first one is S group. S group is similar to the playstyle of early King of Fire games. In this group, players can manually charge their super meter by holding the heavy punch and kick buttons together. Once it is full, the player will enter max mode. During max mode, players do more damage and they can use level 1 supers. Once a super move is used, max mode will turn off and the bar will be empty. If a player has low health, they can do an unlimited number of level 1 supers. If their health is low and the player is in max mode, the player can do level 3 supers. S group also lets the player dodge attacks by pressing the light punch and kick buttons together. The second SNK group is N group. N group lets players play like King of Fighters 98. In this group, players have 1 single super bar. Once it fills up, the player gets a power stock and they can fill up the bar again. Players can store up to 3 power stocks to use at any moment. 1 stock can be used to do level 1 supers. Players can also use 1 stock to do a counter movement. A counter movement is a roll that can be done after blocking an attack and pressing a direction plus both light buttons. Finally, 1 power stock can be used to enter the power up mode. Until the mode runs out, players can do 20% more damage. If they have 1 more power stock while they are in the mode, that power stock can be used to do a level 3 super. The third SNK group is K group. K group lets players play like a combination of Samurai Showdown and Garou Mark of the Wolves. In this group, players get access to 1 super bar called the Rage Gauge. It fills up by taking damage. Once it is full, the player will enter Rage mode temporarily. They will do more damage and take less damage while they are in the Rage mode. They also get access to level 3 supers, but once they use them, the gauge will go to 0. This group also gives access to Just Defense. They are parries that can be done by pressing back at the right time. Not only will the damage be negated, but the player who did it will regain a little bit of their health back and fill up a little bit of their rage gauge. Between all of the games in this series of crossovers, Capcom vs SNK 2 is the most popular one. It did face some criticism because Capcom reused sprites from previous games for the Capcom characters. Some character sprites are really outdated compared to others. But the huge amount of playable characters and the many different ways of playing the game make it a classic fighting game that players keep going back to. The majority of these games have received ports in modern consoles and PC, except for the two Capcom vs SNK games. But earlier this year, Capcom announced Capcom Fighting Game Collection 2, which will bring back those two games next year, after years of not being anywhere else. Now with the introduction done, let's move on to the playthrough. I am only going to play Capcom vs SNK 2, since this video will be too long if I played every single one of these games. And like I said before, Capcom vs SNK 2 is the most popular one.
Capcom. This is the tournament for the new millennium. You'll experience the most exciting battle in history. Let's get ready to battle. Feel the intensity when power and technique collide. Crush the competition. A battle beyond your imagination. Let the martial arts madness begin. 2001 is the year we make contact. Welcome to the revolution. Capcom versus SNK 2.
Hello
Mark of the
and...
Millennium 2001.
Hello and welcome back. This time we're playing Capcom vs SNK 2. Something interesting about the intro is that after King of Fighters became like the most popular fighting game franchise in SNK, Kyo kinda became the I guess the mascot of SNK, and Terry took a backseat since after Garou there was not a Fatal Fury game in years, only King of Fighters. We can play Rage-Yun. So I believe the way that this works is that you choose a team and you can have the characters have different health, I believe, or it could be that each character has like a cost, and you have to balance your team based on that. This is 3v3, kinda like King of Fighters, and this is a single 1v1. Let me see how this works. Okay, so the groups make you play the different Capcom or SNK fighters. Let's try K. K should be Garou. Let's see. Where is Terry? Let's try Terry. Ryu. Might as well Kyo.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
The interesting thing about this game is how Capcom believe things that an SNK game is, and well, the opposite will be how SNK versus Capcom was. In that case, will be how SNK thinks a Capcom game will be.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
Okay, so unlike the SNK games, this game has 3 different punch buttons and 3 different kick buttons.
You can feel the calm before the storm as the round begins. Power away!
And I believe just like did you say kill yourself? Just like oh, he stays there. Okay, just like King of Fighters, you cannot switch characters. Wow. That lasted a while. Wait, did I lose the bar? Okay, gained a little bit of health back. Don't waste my time with your weak skills, scrub. Okay. Iori, Sakura, and Honda.
Hey, come on. This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
At least there is something again. Right now this is very easy. It really feels like it's going to become a lot harder later. These games like to do that.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
Okay, this time I got the bar. Ah. Oh. Okay. This was the best match I had in a while. You should be proud, okay? Not really. What? Forgot the name of that guy, the second is Rio, and the third guy, I forgot the name too. Oh, Rolento is the first one.
Ready? Come on, come on! This battle is about
I think he's from Street Fighter Alpha.
This battle is about to explode. Fight!
Okay, this really feels weird. They should become harder. Like, normally in the other SNK games, we're having problems right now. Rock survived. A good fight for you, but an easy win for me. I don't know what the one in the topic is. Second is Sagat. Third is my.
Next location is. Hey, come on!
Hibiki.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight!
She might be from Samurai Showdown, but I'm not sure. That's another SNK game. Oh, it has a Gripper Geyser.
This battle is about to explode. Fight! They came out with a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the round.
Oh, my first loss.
Live and let die. Fight!
Okay, Prayer is my main Street Fighter, but I've been playing SNK games for so long that I forgot how to use it.
Live and let die. Fight! Well, they came out with a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the round. What we like to call death.
Ah.
Go for broke. Fight!
Okay, I haven't used this guy in a long time. I should have read his moveset.
Are you okay? This battle is about to explode. Fight! They came out with a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the round.
Okay, I do have Rising Tackle. That's not coming out before.
Wait a second. A new opponent has interrupted the tournament.
Huh. M. Bison.
Next location is Barentsburg. Hey, come on, come on! This battle is about to explode. Fight!
My what's the wolf as I'm coming out.
Live and let die. Fight! Wow, they came out with a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the round.
What just happened?
Go for broke. Fight! Body up. 見せてやる。俺の勝ちだ。
Okay, I think because he had so much. Well, he had. He was only one character, he was doing a lot more damage.
This is what the world is watching.
In the final bout, oh, sure. Oh, too fast. Not gonna up. Without giving time to raid. So Kami, I think Yamasaki, and another version of Kyo.
Next location is Osaka. Hey, come on, come on!
Here you go!
Live and let die. Fight! Hi! That's what you like to call big damage. Power away! KO!
Oh yeah, so some characters have special influx.
Live and let die. Fight!
There's a famous one with Ken and Terry. Because they are very similar characters.
Are you okay? Power away!
Okay, the mascot of SNK versus the previous mascot of SNK. I mean, the other thing is that while I was working on these videos, they announced that this game and the prequel are going back in a collection made by Capcom. But they took out Kyo from all of the advertising, all of the advertisements, and they returned Terry as the poster boy of SNK. Which is kind of funny because during the late 90s and I guess all of the Yeah, all of the 2000s and 2010s, Kyo was like the mascot. But I went back to the original one. I could hear the was that yours? Now prove your skill and strength to me. Okay, so there are two final bosses, or potential final bosses. One can be Akuma, which is the one that we got. And the other one could be Rugal.
This battle is about to explode. Fight!
But this is just normal Akuma. If you did very well in the game, you can fight like stronger versions of both of the characters.
Live and let die. Fight!
I don't really know how to play Ryu in like the other games. Like, okay, I know the special moves, but like longer combos are kind of difficult for me to do. Need to use to him in FR6. And that was a Raging Demon, a command grab super that does insane amount of damage. Do you want to look into the pit of darkness? Oh, wait, who won? Oh, I thought it was a raid. Your moves are nothing. Yeah, I haven't played Kyo in a while either. I was thinking about Akuma, or at least what makes this fight a little easier, is that he has very low health. And I didn't expect that to work because the firewall was right there. You can't stop me, I will never quit or give up. It seems that a true warrior has come at last. Oh, let's see if he's worthy of my time. Who knows what became of the two who destroyed the castle? The wind carries the scent of death. Can this be the end? I guess the entirety of Japan got flattened with their fight. Yeah, so if I did well enough, it was either like Shin Akuma or God Rugal. They have stronger moves and probably better health. Group edit mode is now available. Edit various game systems to create your own next group. So I guess the idea is that you can combine different stuff from the other groups.
Keep rocking, baby.
If a system file does not exist on a memory card, you cannot save the deck that you are going to edit. Radio super combo page. Okay. Yeah, You can create your own group. What? Color edit mode? Really, it's kinda cool. You can change the colors of the character. Oh, actually, this is very detailed. Like every single layer you can switch. Oh, you can also change the skin color, I believe. I wonder if you can create just like a black mass. Or I guess it would be just like a shadow. I'm not going to say that. Training mode, survival mode, defeat as many opponents as possible, giving a set amount of vitality. Replay mode, you save your replays. Okay, there's like a lot of stuff to do. On survival, infinite survival. Yep. Okay, so final thoughts. I like the game, but
SNK 2.
Coming from Fatal Fury is kind of a little bit more difficult to get used to. Because having just played the SNK games, and if you play with a team, it's more difficult to learn the game because you have to learn 2 other characters. Now, if I played just 1v1, that would probably have been a little bit different.
Check it out.
But I did have some problems trying to do some combos. I played this game against my brother before for like an hour, and it was really fun. Like testing the different characters. The game has a lot of characters compared to other ones, kind of like the King of Fighters games. So there is a lot of options,
Keep rocking, baby.
and the group system kind of makes it so that you can multiply the 3 different characters by 3. You have like 3 different ways of playing it. Well, no, by 6, and you have like 6 different ways of playing each single character. Compared to other SNK games, this was a lot easier. I guess because they stopped during a time in which they were moving into console and PC. Arcades were already they were beginning to die during the late 90s and beginning of 2000s. So they didn't have. I'll explain it. Okay, the harder the game is, the more coins or credits it's going to take from every player that wants to keep playing. And you get more money by making the game harder. But on a console, you don't really need to do that, because if you sell the game, that's like $60 directly to the company that made the game. And they can probably sell a lot more than selling the arcade machines, because very few people have space for an arcade machine except for the arcade places or arcade stores, whatever they're called. But I think this game was like a fun experiment. Like, let's see how Capcom can do like an SNK game, or technically like their own King of Fighters game with characters from both series. But yeah, that was fun. For anyone that watched, see you later.